deadliest mood. Radio Amor.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
So thanks for doing this. I think I was excited. I think being a big fan of This Is Spinal Tap. So for me, it was like, well, it was pretty interesting, and what the backstory is and what the inspiration was, and it's such a politically incorrect type band too. You know what I mean? For this for now. I mean, it was great. I mean, I go back to I think discovering, I don't know when that movie came. Was it 84? Was it 84? 84, right? Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it till about 86. And I think it was on a beta tape, and the only reason I watched that, a couple reasons. One, it had Paul Shortino, who I think at that point I had gotten into Rough Cut, right? So I knew he was in there. And then at the tail end, there was that fake ad that had Blackie Lawless from Wasp. So it was like those were the two main reasons that I watched the film, just because of those particular reasons. But it turned out to be a good one. So all right, so let's get going here. I mean, I think we got everybody, huh?
Sure, yeah. First person I want to mention is Mark Stoll on keyboards.
All right.
The reason I say this is because we just did an interview, and it was like we were going through it, and I completely spaced and got lost in whatever the questions were. It was a Fox 12 live thing, and I all of a sudden got nerves,
Sure.
Live Fox 12, wait.
Right.
And I forgot, like an idiot, to mention Mark Stoll on keyboard. Mark Stoll, everybody. Mark Stoll. In fact, I'm going to make it like a Tourette's every now and then. I'll be like, so when we started Black and Blue, Mark Stoll.
There you go.
Tourette's. Mark Stoll Tourette's. Mark Stoll.
So anyway, so I mean, okay. Well, introduce the rest of the guys, and who's going to explode? Okay, well, who's going to blow up during the show?
Who's going to explode? Well, no, we don't quite know who that is yet. Okay, we have a temporary drummer here right now because we're, he's not here, but we'll see what happens.
Right.
But we do have David Kendall.
Nice.
I assure you, someone is going to explode.
Someone's going to be blown.
Someone will be blown out.
Someone will be blown. And then we got Chris Olney on here on bass.
All right.
Stephen McSwain.
Nice.
On guitar, and myself. And so I'm Nigel. He's David. He's
okay.
David.
I got it.
We've got Derek. We're calling him Derek.
Yeah.
Patron saint of shoes. That's right. Okay. And then we got Mark Stoll. Mark Stoll on keyboard. Mark Stoll, everybody. Mark Stoll. Mark Stoll. So Peter Francis style.
But I know this goes back a little bit, right? Because you guys did that. What's that festival that because the Northwest is kind of known for tribute bands, which is big. Yeah. I mean, I think that's. I mean, it warrants having a festival, and you guys were in it. So how far back does this go? The None More Black, where you guys were, talking about putting this together.
It actually only goes back the year before last year's Hairfest 11.
Okay.
No, it's been doing it like a year.
Yeah.
This is
it's literally a year
that
we've been doing it. So, and we put it together. My wife had this idea when we were sitting at Hairfest 10, and with Jason Fellman, the promoter of Hairfest,
right? JFL
Productions,
right?
And she's Marcel. And then so he it was on the table, and he thought it was a good idea, or she's like, it would really be funny as a tribute to a band that kind of doesn't really exist, but it's and I thought that was great, so we just kind of threw it together for the following year, right? So for Hairfest 11 goes to 11.
Yeah,
get it?
There you go. There you go. So, totally makes sense.
So we did that show, and that was it until this weekend.
Yeah, which I think for myself, I think initially the plan was to go check that out, but then my son, who lives in Boise, was originally going to be here last weekend, and he postponed it, and it's like, oof. But here's the thing: you guys are playing in the Dalles. That's just like 10 minutes east from where I'm at right now. So, this
Okay.
could still work
There
out.
you go.
This could still work out, right?
That's right. There's still hope.
And where is he now?
So with
there's little Ruben near the Dalles.
yeah. I mean, I'll definitely be there for that one.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I was hoping to be for this one, but again, sometimes family stuff kind of gets, and part of it was the snow. We had a little bit of questionable weather, which kind of threw off the plans. But so part of the plan, I think, initially was to run the film, do a set, but maybe that's changed a little bit. And what kind of
well, have you heard something?
What was that?
Do you know
something we don't know?
Well, wasn't there? Didn't you guys run into some issues with playing the film, or has that been resolved?
Yeah. Well, so there was supposed to have been a license, to obtain to play the film, and that was some powers that be were not able to get that license in time or at all, or it's a single license. It's a long story, but yeah, it couldn't be done, and it may be something to do with the fact that they are making a new Spinal Tap movie, and maybe they're just being careful about where it's. I don't know, but the show will go on because we're going to put on there's another band playing called Gin and Juice.
Oh, okay.
And it's heavy hip hop.
Okay, so I was going to say it probably has like a Snoop Dogg kind of thing to it.
Disco. Yes, mechanized disco funk. So R&B. Right. So it's quite heavy, and it was better than Puppet Show.
Right. Well, no kidding. No, but better than that. But so this
it may end up being a puppet show as far as as far as we know. Short notice. So
wait, so you guys going to turn into Red Hot Chili Peppers tribute all of a sudden and don the socks or something? But
no.
But so I mean, it sounds like you guys had a backup plan. I mean, you ran into this little wrinkle and got somebody else in.
No, literally just happened the other day.
Like 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. But you guys were quick to act and get somebody to kind of fill the void.
We're professional. Yes, we were very quick. We keep people on.
It so happened we knew a band on deck.
Right. We keep them. We keep them on a short leash
and in a box.
Yeah. Oh my God!
We only let them out and feed them when we want to. So they're hungry, and we say, "Hey, there's some food," and they're going to come out and do things.
But I imagine then, I mean, because it sounds like you did Hair Fest 11, right? And then now you're doing this, and then you're playing in the Dalles. I'm guessing if this generates some more momentum, this is going to be a recurring thing.
Well, I mean, I personally think it's probably going to be for as long as Spinal Tap, and there's a new movie coming out, so we'll probably ride this thing for as long as a new movie comes out, and it's not in every month, every other month, obviously, between now and the next show. So, it's just it's a production, so the gigs will be probably few and far between. I mean, you never know. Somebody wants to hire us to do a show like this. I mean, we'll turn it into a musical.
But originally it was only supposed to be a one-off thing, though, right?
Yeah, one-off
it
thing.
was originally supposed to be a one-off.
It went over
thing.
so well at Hairfest that Jason wanted to, see what else we could do. So he, booked a couple more things for us, which is super fun. I mean, all of a sudden we hadn't played the music in 6 months, and we're like, oh shit, and muscle memory kicked in. And Chris is new to the outfit, so he jumped right on it and has been amazing. So it's like wearing an old pair of shoes.
So
wait.
So from a musician's perspective of this, I mean, because I think somebody that doesn't, perform, play music, play an instrument might think, that music, the Spinal Tap performs is kind of, not really intricate, difficult to play. What do you guys think? I mean, you guys are doing it.
Think again, kind sir. Think again, kind sir. I mean, we actually started playing these. I'm like, we thought saying, Spinal Tap, it's a couple of chords, it's super cheesy. And we started playing. I'm like, wait a minute. There's actually a little bit more to it.
This side of progressive, I mean,
it really is.
and Batty on top of it. So
Right.
It's nuts, you know.
Oh, I think the thing is what we said to each other many times is that they weren't. I mean, they could all really play their instruments, but they weren't like a real band,
Right?
And so they could do whatever. They had free license to do whatever they wanted with these songs, and so they were just like, "Well, we don't really care if it works or not. We're just going to make it happen anyway." And so, as players who have done like a little more traditional rock, traditional songwriting across the board, it was like, wow, especially for the drums. It's like, I'd never have put that there. I would never have put that part there. I would never have done that.
Yeah.
So it's really been fun.
There was a lot of moments, well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. By the way, Mark Stahl. Mark Stahl.
You don't want to forget about him.
Mark Stahl was in the band. Okay.
There you go.
So my wife's
well, here's Mark Stahl.
Okay.
Yeah. So my wife's little second that she had with me, she said, "Oh, I looked on Facebook and I heard they screwed you over on your 5 seconds of fame."
Well, there you go. Now you're making up for it. I think he's gone to you like 5 or 6 times. So
that's enough.
So I'm not gonna ask you what tunes you perform, but I'm guessing it's definitely heavy on definitely the first record, right? Do you do anything beyond that? Is that something that you guys have tackled
Smell
yet?
the Glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smell the Glove is obviously that was the breaker for us.
Right. That was it. That was the one.
Sandwich, as you know, was reviewed as simply shit sandwich. You know, I say shit. It's kind of rude.
Well, you know, I personally,
isn't it?
Yeah, I think personally, as a fan, I think it's the first 2 records. I think anything after that, it just kind of starts taking a little bit of a dive. But
you're a little deeper into it, aren't you? I think we're gonna play like the whole first Spinal Tap record, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's
and then a few songs.
Everything that's in the movie.
Yeah. Everything that's in the movie.
That's awesome.
And
see,
and a couple more.
And
a couple of fun ones more.
A couple fun ones more. See, that's the way to go, I think, if you're gonna do this, because I think, you know, after Break Like the Wind, it just, you know, it's kind of just sputters a little bit. Which I hope they don't wreck this movie, because I think the premise is that the guys now, you know, are out of the business. They hate each other, and then they have to come back together. Right. It reminds me of Motley Crue, actually. You know, I remember
just Motley Crue.
Well, ZZ Top, you know, Motley Crue, maybe even you guys. I don't know. Maybe you guys dislike each other secretly.
Only they weren't contractually obligated.
Right. I think if you love Spinal Tap, the way, you know, it's been around for such a long time, and musicians, it just resonates with all of the musicians that I've ever known.
Right.
And I can't imagine it sucking, because it's gonna include the things that, you know, bands breaking up and having to get back together contractually and that kind of thing. So whatever ensues, I mean, you know,
I'm in.
I'm totally in. You know, I'm already going to like it. I'm just going to like it because I'm such a fan of the whole idea, you know. So
well, and I don't, you know, just on a side note to that, I remember when the movie came out before I saw it. I remember, and they were saying, "Oh my God, heavy metal musicians are going." And I was obviously a heavy metal musician. They're going to hate this. They're going to be so offended by this. They're going to, oh my God, it's just they make fun of everything. I don't know a single musician that I know that does not love that movie. Right. Everybody loved it.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that that's one of the things that, well, you know, this YouTube thing that we have, my friend and I, he came up with it. He goes, "Hey, why don't you call it We Go to 11?" And I was like, "Oh shit, he's Spinal Tap fan too." I didn't even know, right? And and then one of the things that I typically ask at the tail end of things is, you know, what's a Spinal Tap moment that you've experienced? I think everybody, you know, any of the musicians, you know, they typically have something, you know. I think that's come up. I think I forget what, I think one of the guys from the band, Fifth Angel, I guess he got knocked out on stage because I guess he had the angry boyfriend of the girlfriend of the woman that he had, you know, had relations with was there, and he was drunk, and he just socked him, knocked him out cold in the middle of the set. I mean, I don't know, stuff like that, you know, and
that's about as Spinal Tap as it gets.
Yeah,
right, right. And I did, in fact, a few months back, speak with Paul Shortino, who, you know, initially at the beginning of this whole thing, I said he was kind of one of the reasons I checked out the movie, because I knew he was in there as Duke Fame, and, you know, I had a chance to talk to him about that. And, you know, he has some fond memories of the whole thing, and he is also one that can relate to a lot of the Spinal Tap. Now, whether he makes it in for the sequel or whatever, who knows? But you know, he's definitely interesting.
I think we've all had a Spinal Tap moment in one way or another, or we're having a moment where like, this feels like a Spinal Tap moment.
Right.
Whatever
This could be it.
You know?
I mean, it kind of does look like a hostage video. I'm just waiting for somebody to get beheaded. Shall we start with the keyboardist?
Yes. Marcel, everyone.
Marcel, everybody. Marcel.
I don't think he wants that. But real quick though, one of the things that I wanted to know, and maybe we can go around the room here and find out what your favorite scene of the movie is. I mean, are we kind of stacked on the Duke Fame or Stonehenge? I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I really don't know where to begin. There's so many, but I mean, one that stands out for me is when Nigel goes to do a guitar solo and he falls backwards and he can't get up. And the roadie's got to come out and pick him up and help him out. That one is, I can remember in the theater absolutely rolling over that one. So that's one of them.
I like the scene when they were in the studio and they couldn't get the guitar solo right, and they were already frustrated about Janine and the girlfriend thing.
Right.
Am I losing my fucking mind? You know,
right.
It's your why.
It's your why. That was my favorite.
I know for me, just the David St. Hubbins when he's complaining about the tray backstage with the olive without the pimento in it.
That's Nigel doing that one.
Oh, it was Nigel.
Yeah.
Sorry. With the small bread, you know. Oh my God,
that one was another.
It's so on the nose with just these people who are out of touch with reality.
Right? Real life. I keep folding. We could go on.
Right.
We could go on and on and on. So
I'd say my favorite one is when he's sitting down and playing the piano and showing the just a beautiful classical piece.
Quite a departure.
Quite a departure from what you usually play. What's it called? This one's Lick My Love Pump. It's like, it's in the key of D, the saddest of all.
Right.
It's just the lead up to the whole that whole thing. You're like, oh, okay, what's this one called?
This one's
It's still funny. I mean,
yeah.
There's some movies you've seen like, oh yeah, and you don't see them again. But this one just kind of, this one just holds up.
Oh my God, I got the DVD upstairs.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think I got 3 versions of it. I mean, it's crazy. It's like I don't think you can have enough copies of it. I mean, if they reissue it again with some, deluxe version or something, I'm probably going to buy it.
I hope so. I'll get it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right. What about favorite tune to perform? And give everybody a shot to tell us what their favorite tune is to perform in the set. See, this is a way to kind of get the maybe some additional stuff that maybe the bonus tunes. Maybe somebody will mention one of the bonus tunes, and I'll weasel one of those out of you guys.
Bonus one. Let's see. Well, I mean, anybody want to go? We want me.
Oh God!
For one of the bonus ones, or
no? I just want to.
Oh no! Well, you don't have to do. You don't have to disclose that. I'm just hoping.
I mean, aren't they all bonus tunes? I mean,
really,
they kind of feel like they're. At least when we're rehearsing, they all feel they're funny. We're laughing after every. As soon as we're done at every song and during, so
I would say probably my favorite overall is Stonehenge.
Yeah.
I think
when it breaks into it, and then the monologue, and
it's
everything now.
It's just too much. It's I never get tired of that one. Yeah. So
right.
But I mean, Flower People is one that made me laugh a lot. Yeah. So we'll do Flower.
Yeah. Very confusing time.
It is.
Yeah. Right.
Very, very confusing.
Yeah.
Time.
Right. Nice.
So I mean, they're all good. They're all fun in their own way. And I think if you go back and you I mean, up until the time we put this thing together and started playing it, I'm not sure that I actually listened to all the songs all the way through start to finish. Sans Hellhole and Tonight We're Gonna Rock It. You know, Stonehenge was like, you know, it's kind of cut off in the movie. But then it's like, wait a minute, there's a whole other part to this. This is great. So so that's been fun, you know, just playing them in their entirety, right?
Right. Nice. Well, here's what we do. You know, we talked about how the formation, you know, Hairfest 11, you know, now doing this gig, you know, a little bit of a wrinkle with the movie, but the show goes on with a replacement. And then you're going to do the Dalles. I mean, hopefully that guy's got deep pockets. He could pay the money for that film.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He was bringing Jeff Tate. He's bringing Jeff Tate to the Granada. $80 a ticket. Come on.
We sold ourselves short.
Certainly have.
He's got deep pockets. He can pay the licensing. Come on. I want to see the movie, and then I want to see the show afterwards. So that's my request for the guy. I mean,
well, you know what? Talking about that movie really quick, you know, as it's kind of hit us in the face with like, oh, there's not going to be a movie, so now we got to get something else. It's actually okay, because I think if you think about it, you know, sure, I'd like to see the movie. I think people that love Spinal Tap are going to just show up to see the songs anyway. You know, the movie's been around for 40 years, so you know, not seeing it is not going to hurt anybody.
Sure.
And then maybe it would have been a weird transition between, you know, people sitting down in a movie setting and transitioning that into a live rock band. So it's going to be a full night of music either way. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed, honestly. You know, I haven't heard anybody talking about like, oh, the movie's not being played. Well, we're not going to go. I mean,
sure.
Okay.
You
know,
right.
You can go watch the movie on Netflix for $3 or,
oh yeah, right.
You know, so
or if you have Amazon 3 copies, you can play it in 3 of your rooms.
That's right.
You know, which I could do. I might actually do that, you know, after this weekend or something. But yeah, so we got okay, so that the show goes on. You know, you guys shared favorite tune, favorite scene. I think we covered just about everything. We got the show coming up this weekend, the show coming up in the Dalles here in a few more weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Did I miss anything? I mean, maybe we need to give your keyboard a little bit more airtime or something. You know, I mean, I don't know. He's going to get an ego. He's going to start a solo project now. You know, but so I guess you know, if you guys would be as kind to introduce yourselves, who you are, you know, who you portray. And then at the tail end, you'll say, you know, if you could, in unison, or if not, maybe Brian can do it and say, this is We Go to 11, and we'll call it good, and thank you.
Nice. I think we'll all do that together, the We Go to 11.
All right.
So I'm Brian.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm Brian McGrew. I'm playing Nigel Tufnell. And right over here,
I'm Stephen McSwain, and I play David St. Hubbins, the patron saint of shoe wear.
I'm Chris Olling. I play Derek Smalls.
This is Mark Stoll. And I'm Simon.
Was it Biff?
Or is it Biff?
I'm not really sure.
We're not sure yet, actually. My name's David Kendall, and I play the drummer.
We don't know who he is. He's just in here. He's recording us in the
okay, we got it.
Hanging out.
Oh boy, I bet you.
Loitering. Anyway, we're all here, and we're on the show called It Goes to 11.
We'll edit it if you can say we go to 11. How's that?
Oh, we go to 11.
Yeah, go for it.
Edit it.
Okay, drummer count us in.
1, 2, 3.
We go to 11. That's a conspiracy theorist that they can actually go to 11 or 12, rather.
Hey, you guys are a blast, man. Thanks so much. And we'll get this online, and maybe you can share it in time for the gig coming up in the Dalles. I think this will be good.
Oh,
this will be good. And
awesome.
and I got no excuse not to go. I'm like 10 minutes away. I'm down the hill. I could roll down there.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
There it is.
It'll be fun.
Right up there by Stonehenge. We put that on the map.
That's right.
Stonehenges are so popular, they even built one right out there in the Dalles.
Over there by on the way to Goldendale. In fact, I'm gonna drive up that way on Saturday, so I'll see it. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
I love that.
All right, awesome. You guys. Hey, thanks so much. It was a blast.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And Brian, thank your wife. She's the one that kind of got this all set up, and it was good. All right, man.
Yes.
All right.
Your wife. The problem is your wife. Your wife is the problem.
I'll tell her. Yeah.
Take care,
you,
man. Thanks,
buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right. See you later.